Let's get right to it here. All the talk yesterday was about the debut of that short-term VIX, that zero-day option VIX here. Why? Why did you feel the need to offer that product?
Well, look, we've been measuring and been the world's measure of volatility for quite some time, and the 30-day implied VIX number has been an incredible tool. Investors around the globe have looked to us to measure volatility. As we've watched the growth of short-dated options, we were not capturing the daily moves or measuring really the volatility of the daily moves in the market. So we launched yesterday VIX One Day. We look at today, that VIX One Day is moving around 50% up from where it was yesterday. And we look at 30-day VIX number 30 days up about 15%. So a real good measure of what's happening today and a good view for investors around the globe on short-dated exposure to the U.S. market.
Is this targeted towards institutions or is it targeted more towards the retail set?
You know, we're very mindful when we bring out tools. It's for all investors of every wallet size, every shape, with every intention. So information is good. It's good for institutional users, and it's certainly good for retail as well.
There's some criticisms of this, Ed, would be that, well, the regular VIX, the one that we pay attention to most, has been relatively reliable as an indicator, even if it may not necessarily be giving the signal that people want right now. And that if you want a feel of what is going on in the short term, and particularly in 1 day or less than 1 day, you can just look at the cash markets of anything and get that there. Why do you need an options product in between?
Well, the option product actually gives you much more information. It's how investors are pricing insurance on those underlying positions for 24 hours in the 1 day VIX, 30 days forward in the 30-day VIX, and 1 year forward in the 1 year VIX. So it really is giving you much more information than just looking at the cash market. It's anticipating and using implied numbers based on the real prices of insuring a portfolio, in this case, the S&P 500.
Give us a sense here as to what's next here. There's been a lot of talk based on Bloomberg reporting here that we could potentially see more products like this.
Well, I think from a measurement, this is not a tradable product. I want to be really clear. The VIX One Day is a benchmark. It is purely designed to measure implied volatility for the next day. That's its purpose. So whether or not we look at new products or new measures of volatility, that remains to be seen. That's an R&D project.
Yeah.
But we think bringing to market a measure of volatility, since so much of that S&P 500 volume is in the 1 and 2 days, we needed to measure. We needed to show and help investors measure that volatility in the short term.
I have to ask you about your business overall itself. We mentioned the 50th anniversary here, and really anyone who's paid attention to Cboe really just over the last decade or so has seen the phenomenal growth here. Are you in a position right now to continue that expansion? And if so, does that require hiring more people? Is that going to require more acquisitions? What?
We are hiring more people. Very important for us to have an engaged team looking for what's next. 50 years of Cboe to this date has been about listening to our customers, bringing to the market solutions, and as I've said, for every investor, for retail, for sophisticated retail and institutions. We are going to continue that for the next 50 years for sure. That will include some hiring. We have been expanding, as you point out. We are interested in all jurisdictions that allow for competition. So as you've watched us grow, that's our key. We want to be in jurisdictions that allow for competition.
You are based in Chicago. I should point out that is my hometown, and the building you're in, not far from where, when I was a kid, I would go down, and all the traders would talk to me, and I won't tell you the cigarettes and other things they plied me with, but it was good times, Ed. And there's a lot of concern right now about the commitment of big businesses to that city. You've got a new mayor coming in, a mayor-elect that has some very bold proposals, if you will, here. Have you spoken to him or anyone in his potential administration about some of those changes?
I have not spoke to the mayor-elect yet. We're looking forward to that. We are engaged in all of the communities that we operate around the globe. As you say, Cboe is our home. We are committed. Chicago is our home. Cboe is committed to Chicago. We want to work with this mayor. We want to find solutions. It is important for us to be present in the communities in which we work, in which we live.
Have you spoken with other business leaders, particularly some of the more high-profile ones that have left, like Ken Griffin and Citadel and some of the others?
We have. Obviously, Ken is a very big customer of ours around the globe. We understand Ken's motivation to leave Illinois in particular. That is not on our agenda. We have, again, love an invitation to sit down with the mayor-elect, help us be part of the solution for this city. We are very much committed to this city and growing in this city.